It sure is now.
Nothing dry about that run.
Mongo drum in there.
You know, wasting
our what?
our water, our resources. You're out there in the middle of winter watering your lawn. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, I like the green.
I don't even think it makes it green right now.
You don't know my lawn's life.
Your gran is what we call it. At Django's gran, it is as dead as anybody's lawn right now. The local gran out there, you're wasting resources. You're taking hundreds of extra showers a month.
It's important to be clean. First and
foremost.
First of all, it's important to be clean.
Right. Which brings us back to why we have Roman here.
Because he's clean.
I'm not clean.
Well, I was going to say, I think we need to workshop a bit of an intervention for Roman in terms of his cleanliness.
Yay. I love interventions.
Oh, Roman, but you're getting intervened right now. You're getting
Promises.
Intervened.
Intervene me, baby.
Oh, but we got to talk about just the way it affects me when you say that.
Or really anything in that tone of voice.
Yeah, actually, we're here at the Comics Place personally accountable podcast to let you know that we are responsible for fixing Roman. No, gosh, that's the day podcast we do. And then this is the one where we sit together first and we unbraid each other's hair and we drink a lot of martinis. And after we've unbraided each other's hair, we sit down in a podcast triangle and record a podcast about comic books. It is thus dubbed The Comics Place Presents, a perfectly acceptable podcast about Jeff.
I'm Django.
I'm Roman.
Exactly. And we are here to talk about something important. Django, do you know what it is?
Is it comics? Is it the cool thing I just bought from the store today?
No and no. Yes, we will talk about comics. But no, you did something pretty cool this week that I think you need to tell Roman about if you happen.
Yeah, tell me.
Roman, this week I did something pretty cool that I need to tell you about.
Yep.
Okay.
And Jeff's going to give me a hint about what it is.
I don't know how to do it without just selling the farm.
I went to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom with my kids.
You did something that you'd never done before.
Did I eat a hamburger?
No, you've had hamburgers before, just less than 5 times.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. Tell Roman.
I went into a dark room and took off all my clothes.
Yes.
And then I got into some water. Some water. Some body warmth water.
Tell me about that body warmth water. What was it like? Was it viscous?
It was thick. It was weird. So first I laid down in this pod and they played some music and I turned off all the lights and I just kind of hovered there in total isolation and fell asleep within about 30 seconds. And when I woke up, I was a little bit bored and I started playing with the water. And
were you ever cold?
No, not even a little bit. It's like the air is the temperature of your body.
Were you ever concerned that there was other people's pee in it?
They have a big filter, so there definitely was, but also they probably filtered it out.
Okay.
And they charge you $1,000 if you pee in it. So
mixed bag.
Have you ever done a isolation chamber float like that, Roman?
I have not. I have peed in things.
Well, yeah, you have all sorts of different things. He has peed in almost every different size Murphy's apple juice bottle. He has perfectly tested the rim of all of them, and the only ones that he hasn't peed inside are because they didn't fit.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, there goes all our viewers. Hey, do you guys want to see something really cool that I got today?
Yeah, I'm just it's crazy
to
do the sensory deprivation tank. That's crazy. Roman, don't you think that that's crazy? Isn't it insane? Aren't you afraid that you would go into one and maybe lose your mind?
I always kind of wanted to do one just maybe lose my mind, but ever since what was the Grant Morrison Batman story where he goes in one, and I thought, oh, that's so cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Django, did you think it gave you any powers or any enlightenment or anything?
No, but I'd like to try it again a time or two. I would definitely do it again. They just sent out a thing that was like a discount if you sign up for every month. It's a little expensive, but they were taking like 30% off if you do it for a year.
And what did you wear?
I wore nothing.
It was nude?
Yeah, you can wear shorts in there, but why? I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, I found little tiny scrapes all over my body that I wasn't aware of until I got in there
because of alcohol?
Just salty water.
Salty water.
Yeah.
Salty water, Roman. Don't you want to lay in warm, salty water?
Sure.
I'd say just get swallowed by a whale.
What do you mean you have you not been in salt water? And how long, Django?
This is saltier water than you can imagine. You float in it. You can't sink. Like you have to work to push your arms down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds crazy to have to push to put your arms down. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should try it. I don't know if you guys noticed. We've got a title of this episode. Is this our parents fighting?
Yes, and that's a good question because Django just
disappeared.
Left.
Because watch this. I just picked this up at our comic store.
Psychodiagnostics.
So check it out. When we open this, this is the original Rorschach blots.
The original.
And we had a customer. Well, so most of them are black and white.
Oh, okay.
So we had a customer come in today, and I bought these from him. Lester hooked us up with these. I don't know which way is right. Oh, there they are. There's our parents fighting. This way just looks like nothing.
Wait, go back to our parents fighting.
Well, it's there clearly. Right. Can't you tell?
Everybody listening, if you're listening and not watching, this is why you should be watching either live or by going to the youtube.com and checking the Comics Place channel out.
That's right. Yeah, we don't do a lot of
original Rorschach tests. These are awesome.
Yeah, aren't these rad?
Yeah, they are.
So
that next one looks like two bears kissing.
That and that you have a file of things called psychodiagnostics.
Yeah, and they're like thick cardboard. It's a really cool little package.
What did something like that cost? What was something like that valued at?
We looked them up on eBay. They sell for between $120 and $220, with most of them selling for about $100 or $120
and $200. So $120. Wow.
Yeah, just a really cool artifact. When he showed it to me, I was like, that's the coolest thing you've ever brought in. And he's brought in like original Star Trek communicators and stuff like that from the set. But
so listen, you never know what you're going to get in a Papcast episode, or especially a viewing of a Papcast. You never know what juice you're going to squeeze from the Papcast orange, but it definitely benefits to be watching it instead of listening. But it also shows that you don't ever know what you're going to find if you own a comic book shop.
It's true.
So if you are, a fan of curiosities, if you're a lover of curios, then get a comic shop, just not in our area. Don't compete with us. Django, what do you think about people competing with us?
There's some pros and cons.
Okay, well, the person most likely to compete with us also just sent us an email.
Oh.
Hello and happy episode number 416, my friends. We are deep into this year already.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought I was going to have a lot of time to do in the holidays was catch up on my back issues of comics. I'm usually actually pretty good at not falling behind. But I just have a stack that has built up over the last month and a half. Oh, frankly, over the holidays where I was, like I said, I was convinced that I was going to have all this time to read, to catch up, to even read some of my omnibus. And I just had no time to do that. But it did leave me wondering, when you guys fall behind, do you just say screw it and clear that backlog? Do you keep those issues piling up that you plan to actually have a day to catch up? And if so, what do you do to catch up? Love you guys. Awesome.
I missed this question.
Well, so here's the thing. First and foremost, he is correct. Turnips do love you guys, and it's awesome. Okay? That is what it all comes down to. first and foremost. But yeah, we all get these horrible backlogs, and like, what do you do now, Django? There's some, yeah, okay, cool, wow, all right. The difference between Django and Django's gonna get like a big old backlog of comics, and I think he's gonna go through it all. I think I've seen him take like a giant backlog of comics and read it all. Whereas I employ a strategy where I'm like, okay, if I miss an issue of everything and then just grab the stuff that I want to when I come back, you know, it helps me trim down.
I think it's called meh figgly. That's the mode. Meh figgly.
Meh.
So I've been trying to work in more comic book reading into my life the last couple of weeks since the holidays kind of slowed down. And this week is going to be weird to do the podcast because I think that I finished reading all the comics we're going to talk about almost a week ago because I grabbed them a couple days early and read them all in basically one sitting. And then I've been chugging away through other recent comics since then.
Well, I'm really excited to hear your input.
That's my input. That's all of it.
Hey, Roman, what about you? You never get far enough behind to have a read stack, right?
Not so much nowadays, but in the past. I mean, I'm still planning to someday read all of James Robinson's Starman and all of the Invisibles because I have every issue, but I haven't read them.
Yeah.
But nowadays I'm able to keep up more often. Though this week I discovered that for some reason I'm not subscribed to Action Comics by Mark Waid.
Oh, it's good.
So I read the issue. I was like, wait a minute, I've missed some issues.
Actionable advice. Well, counterintuitive as a businessman owning a comic shop, but I would say if you got a troublesome backlog of books, I think you got to be honest with yourself. I think you got to look yourself in the mirror. First, recognize how handsome you are. And then look at the comics and think about which of those series that are there that you're not that excited about catching up on. Like, God, I got to get caught up on those. I'm like, oh, that's going to suck. And I think that means that you should stop getting it in monthly issues. And you can get a paperback of it at some point and check in if you want to get caught up. But you know, being subscribed to things that you don't really want to get caught up on just prevents you from being able to fall in love with more books that you would really, really love. It's like being in a bad relationship. Sometimes you got to break up and move on because
I got a step before that though.
Okay. You got a little pushback. You want to push back a little bit here?
Just read 2 in a row and then decide.
Oh.
Because there's something different about reading two issues in a row. I read a bunch of World Tree in one sitting, like 4 issues in a row.
You're right.
And I wouldn't want the trade of World Tree, but I really enjoyed reading multiple issues at a time. So I think sometimes it's hard to get back into the swing of things, but if you get back into the swing with an issue or 2 at a time, you might realize that you do actually like that book.
Yeah, that's a good point. You should give it a 2-issue go. Because there is something that happens when you get momentum. And at the very least, that might indicate to you, like, maybe I want to read this book in trade paperbacks instead.
Totally.
Totally.
Yeah.
Listen to us give actionable advice, and Roman just sort of gawking.
Do some action, Roman.
Roman.
Yeah.
Have you ever attended any sort of large barter fair type events or sort of cultural gatherings where many people wouldn't be wearing clothing?
Oh, I was going to say yes until you got to the many people clothing part. Well, not many people, but I've been to the nudist club over by, well, resort, whatever, over by.
Yeah, we're not here to split hairs.
Yeah, I can't remember where it is. It's by a lake off of I-5. Go east, and they had a little like tiny farmers market type of flea market thing going on, but it wasn't many people. It was like 40 people maybe.
I find myself particularly drawn to shopping for produce in the nude.
They should let you do that.
They do where you went.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, just go to Fred Meyer. I mean, that'd be nice.
So that is where that ended us up. So sometimes you got to start
Thanks, Will.
walking just to see where it gets you. So Will, thank you. It ended up with Roman nude in the produce aisle. A handful of things came out this week. It was also nice to have, like, not to throw stones, but like Marvel Comics put out some comics this week for what felt like, the first time in a couple of weeks, some like number ones, some opportunities to jump on. I'm very excited to hear about a couple of the ones that I didn't get to read because we had sold out, because the guy who orders the comics isn't good enough at it. But one that I do have that was a pretty big release this week is not from Marvel Comics, but it's the most noteworthy, I think, and it's DCKO number 3.
Oh.
Yes.
This book written by Scott Snyder with art by,
Javi Fernandez.
And this is also written by Joshua Williamson. Continuing on the 5-issue DCKO event, originally going to be 4 issues. It was super awesome. Between issues 2 and 3, it's been a month. There was these 4 to 5 weeks of fight rounds that each had an issue that said round on it. I'm gonna own up to it. I was pretty loud about being
confused,
disappointed at what felt like sloppy execution and confusing things. Now, listen, I think that they had this tournament that is covered in the books, and there has been rounds, and at the end of round 2, they were like, the next round's gonna be team ups. And then we got that in this round, but there was this secret round where everybody, they still eliminated half of all people. So listen, I can't be angry about it anymore. There's just an extra round in there, and all of the big boards and everything account for it. Our staff is doing the Lord's work. They're updating, the brackets. So everything worked out to have that there. It's just a very confusing verbal thing to have done. To had this tournament thing like that. But here we are. We're in round 3, round 4, whatever it is. And we have team ups. And we eliminated, half the people. But in this one, everybody gets to pick either a living or dead hero to be on their tag team with. And there was some interesting choices. And at the end of the day, something big happened at the end. So discuss, talk amongst yourself. Include me, but talk amongst yourselves. But I'm also here. Don't forget that I'm here.
Okay, you're here. I thought this was awesome. I thought it was interesting, like, to open with kind of a chessboard situation. Because nothing about this seems like chess. To me, this is mostly just punching and kicking.
Whoa.
With some cool strategy in there.
Which is what chess is for the intellectuals,
Well, that's true. Intellectual punching and kicking.
Yeah.
I really like how everybody is doing, like, every big round of this, somebody cheats in an interesting way. And I'm digging that quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the most exhilarating knockdown drag out comic this week. And just watching Superman turn into Shazuperman.
Oh, wow.
Cow. That was super fun.
That was a fun thing you just said as well. It's one of multiple comics I read this week, and I can't find the other one yet, that required me to flip the book horizontally to appreciate a double page spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you notice that, Boris?
I noticed this one because I hate doing that.
Yeah. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. But anyway. Yeah, Roman, what'd you think of this?
This was my favorite KO story yet.
Oh, wow.
I'm still wondering about this what secret round? What are you talking about?
Well, all of those issues that were like Superman versus Captain Atom.
Yeah.
Those were all fights.
Yeah.
And they eliminated people.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like the rounds were the main issues of DCKO. And at the end of the second issue, they were like, there was whatever number of people, and they were like, all right, the next round we're doing like tag teams. And then in this interim moment, like everyone then fractured off and had these fights with a different person, and everybody was eliminated. Well, half the people were eliminated.
I think they just named it funny.
Yeah, so maybe they just named it funny, or there was a confusing thing there, or like they added fights or whatever. It was just confusing at that time, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it because it was clearly baked into the whole story of it, right? Like the promotional material and stuff had it there. So
that was round 2, fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but they called it round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like bad nomenclature. I think.
Okay, yeah. I've been ignoring all that because I knew it would confuse me. This one was the only thing I didn't like in this was Lex Luthor like putting in cussing because he just seems like it just seems like he's so arrogant and above it all. Luther doesn't cuss. It doesn't sit right.
What if he started listening to a podcast that has really infectious and catchy ways of talking, and one of the ways that they talk is that they swear a lot, so he's been experimenting with introducing swearing more into his vocabulary. Like we can't put limits on Lex Luthor. He's not above podcasts.
Yeah, he is.
You think?
Oh yeah, Luther's not going to waste his time listening to podcasts. He doesn't care what other people think.
You're probably right. I can't argue that.
His opinion is the only one that really matters, so why would he listen to anyone else?
Yeah.
I loved Barda and Wonder Woman. I love the Joker coming up with Emperor Joker because that, like I always complain about, writers need to find a good way to nullify Zatanna. Williamson, of all people, did it with Emperor Joker when Mr. Mixospillic. Perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah, I thought the dynamics that they chose to pair people up with was fantastic. You are crediting Williamson with that.
Didn't he write this?
Well, I think that part was Scott Snyder.
Oh, Scott Snyder. Yeah, never mind.
Williamson wrote the interlude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the division, so I thought somebody did, and then turns out Django did. But yeah, I thought like they did very good, kind of like pulling from DC mythos moments throughout all that. And to that point, the previous issues, all those like one-shot fight issues, all did a cool job of like whatever their character was, because they got like 3 little fight rounds in it. They would often pull from a cool moment and get like a cool costume or just a cool like reference to a storyline or something. So I think it's all been pretty, positive fan service wise. And spoilers, everybody. We spoil things on this podcast. It's about comic books. We just want to talk about comics. We just want to talk about the things that happened in them. So you should either step away or not. Listen, it's cool. We're not going to ruin it. But something big happened at the end of this. What do you guys think, spoilers, about the fact that the end, they're like, the Round Master is like, well, now the real fight begins. And all the absolute heroes show up, but they look like particularly grumpy and dark-sidey.
Yeah, they have like scars and stuff on their faces, and it looks like they've been through a lot more than even more than the absolute characters that we've seen so far. So I don't know. Maybe this isn't actually them.
Yeah, I could see that. They're also with Booster Gold, who is Darkseid, is what was happening in kind of the fringe story of those one shots. So maybe he's infected them with some Darkseid stuff as well. It seems like it would be a really bad first relationship step between the Absolute Universe and our universe for the Absolute Universe to be coming in and acting a fool, right? Like, take your shoes off, be polite.
Yeah, why would superheroes fight superheroes the first time they meet? That's insane.
I'm saying don't come in with a stony face, right? Put some eye drops in or something, right? But don't show up for your first meeting between dimensions as emissaries of Darkseid. That would be a really bad first step. Get your head straight.
Didn't the first issue of DCKO have a door coming up showing us their feet as if they were about to fight, and then they pushed that reveal back to issue 3 here?
Whoa, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember it,
but I believe you.
Yeah, I don't know.
My point is
talking out of my mouth, if you know what I mean.
This is like the absolute superheroes deciding that they're gonna go meet their girlfriend's parents for the first time for dinner, and beforehand they decided to get super baked. This is gonna be a good first impression.
Give me
It's
some of that
not.
after anti-life equation.
Exactly. Anti-life, you stony-faced.
Anti-life kush.
Oh,
Huh?
Django.
Was that a good weed joke?
I don't know. You're the weed guy on this podcast. So, DCKO, you continue to be a lot of fun. In fact, you continue to be exactly what superhero comic events should be, right? Civil
so.
War at its best was like just a big old fun thing with lots of fun tie-ins and everything, kind of met there. Blackest Night was that. It's a good mood. It's a good time. It's a big rouser, is what Roman always refers to them. Well, on the Tuesday that it comes in, he refers to it as Rouser Week when it's
Rouser
a
week.
DCKO.
Yep.
So another Rouser Week. Roman, why don't you kick off the scores for this book? DCKO number 3, not 1.
I'm gonna get a 9.5.
Roman. That's what I was going to give mine. I guess I will anyway.
Well, do
9.5.
Go ahead.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9.5 as well. I'm gonna go 9.5 as well. Can I just do a little shout out from the past? Just a little echoes in the hall of the Wednesday.
Abraham Lincoln.
Echoes of Wednesday's Lost. Just Jeff's moment of echoes of Wednesday Lost. I just want to say that I read Absolute Superman number 15 from last week, and it was really good, following up on what you said. And I was a couple issues behind, and Django, you were like, you should just go for it, read it. So I did that. I really liked Juan Ferreira on art, who I like more than the guy who was doing it originally, and then Albuquerque was doing some fill-in stuff. So this guy, I hope he stays on for a while. It's cool looking. But yes, it is really very much feels tonally different than the last time I was reading it, which was kind of the first beginning of this thing was very like closed, kind of doom and gloomy, lost in this like power hierarchy of this company and all this stuff. And I didn't really know what's going on. Now we're like really introduced to his character, seeing him kind of more morally interacting with Roz is really interesting in here. So I had missed a couple issues and I just skipped him and came in, and I like his dynamic with Lois, and then whatever Brainiac's up to, I love Brainiac just not having a top of his head, traipsing around, going to Luthor, who in the last couple issues, have we seen him again? I know we met him very briefly, like 5 issues ago or
not
something.
a ton if we have it all. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we've seen him much since the.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, Roman, I think you would give an Absolute Superman 15 a 10. I'm going to give it 9.5 myself. Very good stuff. I was very confused about the presence of one page, but I think I get it, having just gone back to it now. There's that gorgeous page of like a dam with like his Kate being like spidered out, plugging a bunch of stuff on it. And I know this is the last one, no one has it anymore, but I didn't get what it was. But I think throughout the book, you see him just doing some heroic stuff, and he's doing something heroic with a dam there. So, okay, cool. Makes sense. High scores. Moving on.
We got a question in the chat here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kyle Northrop wants to know if we talked about this week's Crownsville.
Oh, Roman, did you read Crownsville this week?
No.
Neither did I. But looking at the book, it looks interesting. So tell us to read it, Kyle, and maybe we'll put it on the pile.
Yeah, dude. Crownsville number 3.
And then also in the chat, Nate McGarry Myers wants to remind everybody that his comic, Predation, will be in stock. He's going to bring it by tomorrow. We might get it out tomorrow. It might be Wednesday before we get it out. But local creator has a comic. We got a handful in a couple weeks ago and sold out. So he's restocking. That's really cool. Glad that we sold
Crownsville from Oni Comics. I don't know about it. Rodney Barnes. All right. Absolutely. All right. Absolutely. We got work to do, guys. God, we got work to do, you guys. What is going on? What's going on? Oh, this is a great cover.
Roman, I'm sure you read Dungeons of Doom along with me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course I did.
Good. I didn't want to do a soliloquy here. I prefer to talk with you.
I forgot the request.
Dungeons
That was a shot at me.
Of Doom. What's that?
That was a shot at me.
No, not at all.
Soliloquy. You prefer to not after I just now I'm going to do it even more by defending myself. Look at this.
Nice.
You really
Let me get all of us in on this
fired.
conversation about
Okay.
Dungeons of
All right.
Doom number 1.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be a one shot. This is a bunch of people after Doom dies. A bunch of different factions are trying to take over Latveria, and holy cow, this is exciting and bloody and gross. And like, there's a giant eyeball monster that's super cool. And it's
Who's
just a bunch
writing and arting it.
This is
Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Okay.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, Ben Percy, I think, is writing some of it.
Like
You know, they hit all the credits to make us look like chumps.
They got a bunch of different artists on it. Justin Mason, Robert Gill, Carlos Magno,
okay,
George
so it's a bunch of
Jatti,
different
and Carl
little
Story.
stories.
Well, no. I mean,
No.
but there's different chapters.
And each chapter follows like Hydra or AIM or Red Hulk. Just like,
Yeah, the Latvian freedom fighters.
yeah, Wakandans are showing up. It's just like big, dumb, actiony, like literally about the dungeons of Doom.
Yeah.
So,
And they combined like some bits and pieces from Frankenstein and Dracula down there in the dungeon. Some set pieces from those, and a like Cthulhian type monster thing that Django mentioned.
yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge Fantastic Four guy. I'm a huge Ryan North's Fantastic Four guy. And this one is just, I don't know. This was fun and ooky and scary, and looks like it's going to be more than one issue. So I'm
But like, what's
sold.
it about?
It's just like everybody trying to take over Latveria.
Okay, right. You said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're invading Castle Doom through the underneath of it, and he's got all these catacombs and chambers filled with, it's like a D&D adventure or Pathfinder, filled with artifacts. Like one Hydra agent finds after a cave-in, finds this hammer, and he can pick it up, and he picks it up and it glows, and it looks like his Asgardian. It's not Thor's hammer, I don't think, but to be continued on that.
Yeah.
Okay. The shout out from the past, Echoes of Wednesday's gone. The Will of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? How are we doing with this?
That was good.
The fallout of that Doom.
Will of Doom was good. You were you gone for that?
Yeah,
You just didn't get to it. Yeah,
I flew. I was in Texas.
Also good. It was really nice to see the text of Doom's will in not dark green on dark black.
Okay, so we got to read the whole thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think I like this more. This was just exciting and spooky. Like really honestly spooky and gory, surprisingly for a Marvel book.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd give this an 8. Pretty good comic.
Great cover.
Yeah, I'd give it a good solid 8.
Nice, a pair of 8s.
May go up to 8.5 if the next issue is even more ooky.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know it's probably best practice to keep it all kind of in one place, but I wanted to say that Kyle followed up with us here and says he went to the actual place that Crownsville takes place in and almost got arrested, so we should read it to pay his bail.
Oh my gosh, Kyle! I love that they let you stream from the jail, from the Hooskow. I love that they're letting you live stream from the Hooskow.
If you get enough views, you can get out of this jail. But you
can
gotta read our comic book.
You gotta get a successful. If you can get successful monetization in a jail channel, we will let you go as long as the stream can be monetized after you leave. All right, Piggy. Whoa,
What's
guys.
next?
If we were to continue the Marvel discussion, it would make me ask if Roman read Ultimates number 20.
It's a good question. What do you think?
Yeah, I did.
Roman, we're like near the end of the Ultimates, but like I don't know what issue is going to be the final. I know 24 is kind of an ending issue for a lot of things, but that seems like it's more months away for this series than I would expect.
Yeah, there's more new developments with every issue, and it's like, how can they wrap this up in 4 more issues?
Yeah, Django.
Yeah.
Django.
Yeah.
This one is cool. You're off this book, right?
No, I've been reading it.
Oh my gosh.
I
always
hated the first
forget that.
issue. And then you guys, I think at number 4, you convinced me that it was
Okay.
worth reading.
Okay.
And I went back. This is top of my pile every single
You've
time.
said that, and I remember that now. So then this did cool time travel stuff.
Time travel ship of Theseus.
Dude, I don't know what the ship of Theseus is, but I love time travel where like the present day is like, oh my gosh, we got to go send something back in time and have it just be like buried and hidden through all of time back to, you know, a future point. And that's essentially what they did with the Vision here, which is so good. What's the ship of Theseus?
It's the concept where like if you have a boat and you replace the mast and then you replace the railing and then when does it become not that boat anymore?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this I really like this. They send Vision, who is the original story of the Vision, right, where they revealed that the
right.
Fireman,
the
original Human Torch is the Vision. So they send him back to the 50s to pretend to be a person to just kind of subtly change things and set up the dominoes so that the Ultimates can succeed at the end here. And if you know much about me and the things that interest me, it's small tweaks for big effects. And that's what this issue is all about, with the time travel stuff. So awesome. And there's awesome panels of the Vision with a hologram of Nick Fury in front of him. And you get like an overlay of Nick Fury's face over the Vision's face. And it's just like the weirdest, creepiest eye patch over the Vision, like low opacity thing.
Dude,
super cool.
I love, and it's very, gosh, that's why I love Dennis Camp, because he thinks outside the box in ways that are awesome and unique to this moment. But like, I love that Nick Fury has consistently been life model decoys. That's not a new concept, but the idea that this Vision has been fighting, like they just naturally find each other, and he always naturally gets the scent of this Vision character who's moving pieces behind a veil in history, but he always finds him eventually and then dies. So he's killed a ton of them, but Nick Fury never realized it. That is so awesome. I love that. And like, also it gave me a very weird feeling when Vision started replacing his face with more like robotic features, because you're just like, you're just willfully choosing to look less human. And like, that speaks to some interesting stuff going on inside of him.
Embarrassed to be one of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, gosh. I mean, if it was currently happening in this day, it wouldn't be surprising at all.
Well, this comic did come out in this day.
That's true.
Is this what it was like, Jeff, to be in on the ground floor of a little bit of Jonathan Hickman action?
I was pretty late to that, I think.
Were you?
Frankly, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had done, I guess I had already done his Fantastic Four thing.
Okay.
But like, I was reading his like Ultimate stuff and then his Avengers stuff and all that. Yeah, for sure. That was
just feels exciting. Like the Dennis Camp, if he sticks with comics, which I really hope he does, and I don't know why he wouldn't, he just feels like he's got all these big ideas and he's not afraid to really swing for it.
Yeah, and he is like this wonderful balance of Morrisonian concepts and Hickman like concepts. Like there's aspects of both that, you know, make each other unique from one another, and then he has both of them,
and maybe more palatable than either of those guys on their own most of the time for me.
Totally
right? Just a little dumbed down for us dumbos.
Well, like he plants a giant robot fighter in Detroit. The city is a giant robot that stands up and fights. Like that's such a good, it's such a good,
super cool.
I don't know,
and not just any robot. It's War Machine.
Right, they do call it War Machine.
I loved in this one how the whole thing, the revelation about the secret war for decades between Jim Hammond, Human Torch, Vision, and Nick Fury.
That's just such a cool idea that like the bad guy that would have access to all information would always inevitably start to sense this thing that's moving behind the scenes. Just like something's not right here. Like I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. And I love the resolution of it, the way Vision does it. Oh, it's awesome.
How's he do it, Roman?
It's very inspiring. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. I just don't forget. I'll flip through it. I'll find it.
Yeah, you'll see. He beats Nick.
Do we score?
No.
9.0 for me.
Yeah, 9.5 for me.
9.5 for me too. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of keeps it from a 10 for me is, the art's fine.
Yeah, that is exactly it for me too. The art's just fine.
Some of it's great, and some of it's really just fine.
Yeah, some of it's great, like you said, the thing with the Vision and Nick Fury's face overlaid and merging. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's Phil Noto, and like he can be great, but he has adapted his style to be able to suit the like monthly rate, and so sometimes it can be a little bit rough, like the large mech things. That's not in his style. That almost looks more like Brian Hitch. Have you seen these giant single page ads for like the end of Marvel or whatever it is? It's like pretty interesting graphic design. Probably Aja or Chip Zdarsky, but like these things.
Oh yeah.
Witness the origin of the end.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it's about Armageddon assembling.
Armageddon assembles. What's that mean? We work in the comic industry. We should know about that.
I don't know, man. It's these were the keywords that were most likely to tickle readers and trick them into being excited for whatever happens after the Ultimates is over. This was a focus group that made this ad.
It means that they're merging.
Sorry, was that too cynical?
Yeah. It means they're merging Def Leppard with Marvel.
It's going to be
there
written by
is.
Zdarsky.
There's that childhood wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Okay, so it looks like it's maybe taking root from Chip Zdarsky's Captain America, as well as recent developments on the Ultimate Universe, specifically Miles Morales returning home with Origin boxes in Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 5. So there might be aspects of what's going on with the Ultimate Universe as well. Interesting. Interesting. But Zdarsky, he's good. He did that Marvel like Avengers Twilight thing. So he's got and then he's got a lot of credit built up. For some reason I keep thinking that Daredevil End of Days book was him, but it's not.
No, but he did a bunch of Daredevil.
Hey, did you guys read Where Does the Rainbow End?
I certainly did not. Did you?
I did. Roman, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, crap. Okay, so this is a Mad Cave book, which
Soliloquy.
Yeah. It's written by Francesca Perillo with art by Stefano Cardoselli. What's notable for this is that the art is done by the name I just mentioned, Stefano Cardoselli, who did the art in the book like Spit in the Wind or Don't Spit in the Wind.
Yeah.
As well as a couple other things from like probably Mad Cave. And
his art always stands out to me when I see it.
It super stands out. The interior art is by the artist in the cover. And it's just a very, I don't know if in the past he's worked with the same the same writer in his stories, but it's a very kind of like fully functioning ecosystem of a fantasy world, but it's just kind of like a different, like robots and humans live side by side, but like robots live in sort of gentrified poor areas and humans live somewhere else. And there's not a huge amount of like morality stuff with that, but the art, this guy or girl always makes everybody look super dirty in the way that you can see that on the cover. And at the beginning of this, some robots encounter a baby, so they start raising a baby. And so it's like 3 robots and a baby. And at the end, she finds another human being. But the world's really interesting looking, and it's super imaginative, and the story's good. Like, I think I had read the first issue of different stories this person had done the art on, and none of them were like cohesive or coherent enough for me to like have really followed or through line or pitched it after the first issue. So I liked this for doing that and allowing the art to still shine like it does in this. So I would give this one an 8.5. Where Does the Rainbow End? Mad Cave Comic Books.
It looks like Don't Spit into the Wind, which was the same artist, was written and drawn by them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this
new
one
writer for the team
has a different writer, so that makes sense.
Roman, I think we talked about this, and I think that we have both read this. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees,
Yes.
Rite of Spring, number 5.
Rite of Spring, number 5.
Holy cow.
There's no
Is that the end of it?
No, somehow there's still another issue. This was like one of the most harrowing comics I've ever read, and it kind of sets us up to be like, can there possibly be another Beneath the Trees series? Because a lot of stuff happens that you can't really go back from in here. It's I mean, if for anybody who's not reading this is like Richard Scarry's world with Dexter as the main character. They're all anthropomorphic animals, and one of them, this nice bear named Samantha, likes to cut people into little pieces and put them in paint cans and bury them in the forest. And this series has been her kind of trying to figure out how to deal with the sister of one of her victims sniffing around and getting closer and closer. And Samantha has made some decisions throughout this series where she's like leading this person to be closer to finding out the truth. And in this issue, a lot of things come to a head. A lot of people die. It's pretty brutal. And I was like out of breath and shaken when I finished this issue.
Dang.
Yeah, I wonder, because it's so intriguing, because Samantha, the killer, pretty much helps this duck find out the truth about herself, about Samantha, and it comes to a head in this issue, and then a bunch of other stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And the next issue art page with no text on it at all is incredibly powerful, and you're like, oh my god, holy crap, I can't wait for the next issue. And yeah, is there gonna be what's gonna happen? Yeah.
How do you move on from this?
Here? Yeah, where's it gonna go from here? It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, very, very well done. And what I like about this is that, yeah, she has been setting this other character up to find her crimes. And my guess was that she was just going to take care of her at that point and kill her and bury her, but things go poorly. But Samantha doesn't ever really panic. She just deals with shit. And it's really, really well done. Like this is written and drawn by Patrick Horvath, and we're living in a time of some good comics, you guys. Mm-hmm. This is 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh yeah, yep. Roman.
Yep, 10 out of 10.
Oh wow, yeah, dude, you're not kidding. Like Horvath, Hayden Sherman,
Dennis Camp,
Dan Waters, like that Evan Cagle, who Ron V works with a lot. Like, some amazing writers and artists that are just like weren't even on the scene a year and a half ago.
Totally. Yeah. Holy cow. Really good stuff.
Yeah. Even the next issue art page is a 10 all by itself.
So Roman, you found out, I heard through the gossip thing that you this week realized you weren't reading Action Comics.
Yeah, and I don't know how that happened, because
does that mean that you've read this issue of Action Comics?
Yes, but I might have missed an issue or two in between.
I think we'll be able to recover from that as far as conversation for this podcast goes.
Yeah, I read this.
Oh, maybe he just disappeared though. Oh no, he didn't. He's good. Hey, Django, did you read this?
Yeah, I did. I'm keeping up with this. I'm really digging it.
So, yeah, I mean, just dipping in. We don't talk about it that often, but probably because Roman hasn't been reading it. But Mark Waid has been writing, Clark Kent as a young man in Smallville, and in this one, it's just as I was reading, I was like, I hope Roman read this, but of course Roman's reading this because it's a Superman story. But he's Superman, Lois Lane's uncle, right? Lana Lang's uncle, or dad rather, the general man. Anyway, he's conscripted Superboy to help him do stuff because, government and twisting and manipulating a young boy. So he goes out and does a military op in this, and you just like kind of see how antithetical Superman is to that sort of thing in this, and see him struggle through it, which was just an awesome, like, good and kind of heavy story. Single one shot. Like, wow, way to go, Mark Waid.
And I don't know, Mark Waid just has the perfect knowledge base to come up with something that would make a military mission difficult for specifically a young Clark Kent as Superboy.
Totally.
Like he's not able to do certain things because his super hearing hasn't been developed for long enough for him to figure out how to block things out, right? And he doesn't have control over different powers. So it's just really interesting use of his powers and lack of experience. And the art is awesome too. It's
it's like kind of Chris Samnee, Darwin Cook
adjacent.
Totally.
Patricio Del Pesce.
It's totally. I wasn't familiar with him, but it's really great.
I would have believed it if you said this was Chris Samnee.
Yeah, totally.
in a slight hurry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good cartooning.
I mean, Superman goes out and helps some bells.
He does, and he's keeping a secret from his friend.
Oh my god!
And
Go ahead.
I love that Mark Waid worked that in there. The the original DC lore about Clark and Pete Ross. Because at first I thought he was going to change it, and it's like, no, I should have faith in Mark Waid. Of course, he's not going to change it. He's going to work it in to fit with the current Superman.
Well, I guess you're behind, Roman, but I feel like there was some sexual tension between those two at some point in here.
Between Pete and Clark?
Yeah, like Pete had a crush on Clark or something. That might be nuts. I engage in a lot of media, you guys. I think I
missed that issue.
Not to be
Nuts
trusted.
to butts.
Nuts to butts, not to be trusted.
Yep. Exactly. So what are we scoring this thing, fellas?
8.0 for me.
Sure, that sounds good.
I'm gonna go 8.5. It gets an extra 0.5 because he saved a bear.
Oh yeah.
It gets half a point for Bear Life. Blimp Bear.
Phil.
That one was for Philip. That brings us to our next book. No, guys, I'm just gonna soliloquize. Oh god, I can't just keep soliloquizing.
Do it.
You can.
Do it, you coward. Do it.
Okay, I'm putting limits on myself. I'm limiting myself to 1.5 minutes. I'm doing my own self-imposed buck sheezy. Okay.
All right.
Going now. All right, Jeff, you got. So I want to talk about Mega Man X number 0. This one. This one.
All right, don't let me interrupt you.
They did a Mega Man X thing that just followed the story of the game, and this is issue 0 of Mega Man X. So I was like, okay, let's see what they're gonna do with this. Anyway, it is exactly the first level of Mega Man X as a game. They're retelling the first game. That's totally cool because I love that story. Visually, it's cool to see it unfold. But I do wish there's gonna be a new story. They should have something new in it for people who've already dealt with that story. And I also want to talk about Noel number 1 because I can't imagine a lot of other people read that, but maybe other people did. Noel, King in Black, he gets his own series. This is happening right now. Dealing with like Hela, she's doing stuff. There's a tease for Thanos because like she's death, and they used to have an old flame thing. But when you untether Null from like this venomness and like the symbiotes, and you just kind of like drop this story in of this King in Black who's like this ancient being who goes back to his old the Celestials and stuff. It's cool to see him wiggle around, and he is the embodiment of emptiness. So like the way he uses that is a very clever thing within this. So he exists within this realm of Thor-like beings. I think logically, as far as storytelling goes, him be with those characters in this, I think makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I enjoyed it. The art was also pretty good. This is written by Al Ewing and Tom Waltz with Juanan Ramirez on art.
Oh,
those are my 2 soliloquies.
My timer was a little bit behind yours.
Yeah, oh my god, with this Noel book, he rips the hell off of a body in this. Like, you get a great splash page, full on ripping a head off of a body, which makes me just sort of question what is Marvel doing with their Red Band books, and what is Red Band, and what is polybagged, and what is not, and like none of it makes sense, none of it matters. It's just a monetary ruse. But
this is Black Label all over again. What is it?
What is
Why
it?
do you bag? Why is this Black? How are you? Why is this comic
Mega
just
Man
like
X
that comic?
number 0 gets a 7. No, number 1, 8.5.
Nice. That's a pretty good comic.
8.5. Roman, did you read Null?
I did.
It occurred to me halfway through that maybe you read it. What did you think?
It was fun. It was more like, I don't know. I only read it because Al Ewing writes it because I don't care about Null.
Right.
But
right.
there was some cool Null stuff in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he gets out of that cage was cool.
Yeah, I might read the second one.
Django, will you sing a song?
Yeah, I'm going to sing a song with Roman about a character named Babs.
Yeah.
Babs, the Black Road South. And I would say that singing a song is appropriate because there is a 3-page karaoke scene in here. And I don't know what song they're parodying. I sent it to Erica, who hosts karaoke and knows all the songs, but it's like, it looks like maybe WAP. Looks like WAP or something like that. So just like a nice, gross sex song that Babs and her friend are singing through little frog microphones. This series was awesome before and it's awesome now. Like this, yeah, just funny, good, gross, awesome character work, stupid decisions, chainmail bikinis, and swords.
And we really, as a comic shop, need somebody to collect this comic series.
I think I have the only copy that we received in my possession right now, and I'm going to put it on the shelf tomorrow.
Right. So you can, if you are reading Babs, you can know that 100% guarantee if you're buying it from the comics place, it was read by Django and Roman.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. And that song, I mean, it's an original song, and I love the fact that it's a tribute to Red Sonja.
The Sonj.
Yeah,
it's all about the Sonj. Yeah, Sonja.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was great. I mean, it was fantastic. And of course, great setup because they get, like as you often do on adventures, they get to come into a bunch of money, get shit
as you often
lose the money. Well, in adventuring, the whole thing is you often do lose all the money, and now they have to go on a quest to get it back. Awesome.
I'm gonna have to read this song again.
Oh yeah, the song.
Red Sonja the whole time.
Yeah, the song is amazing. I think because that was on my mind because I just saw the latest Red Sonja movie that came out in 2025. Right before I read this, and I was like, wait a minute.
Quick pocket review of the 2025 Red Sonja film.
Yeah, quickly now.
It's fun in a stupid way. Bad CGI, Minotaurs. I'm not the Minotaurs, Cyclops, and fighting and stars. Wow, what's her name from Matilda? Something from the movie Revenge by the director of The Substance.
That's
Red Sonja. Yeah. And she was good as
that movie did not get very good marketing. I don't know if you noticed.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
What, The Substance? Yeah, I know. No one ever heard of it.
No, the Red Sonj.
Red Sonj.
No, it didn't. I don't even know if it had a theatrical release at all.
Yeah, its theatrical run was sort of a Sonj song. It was like a swan song joke.
Yes.
No, it was pleasantly surprising, very different from the event, which was as welcoming God on God drama, and I kind of love it. Bubba, I kind of love you, Bub. Black.
Well, Bob.
I agree. Django needs to read No.
All right.
He's into that stuff.
All right. I'll check it out. I'm a big Venom head.
He's a Venom head. He always has been since that first time we did that to him on the podcast.
Guys,
what else do we have? What else do we have? What do you guys have? I'm chapped out. I mean, like Transformers is a book that's coming out.
Yeah, you want to talk about Transformers?
It's crazy to have gone from the Daniel Warren Johnson book to this one, which is still good and fun. But Robert Kirkman is like, I think he's like having fun playing with his toys, and he like kind of has these weird almost weird little character aside moments that he goes off on that seem to just sort of like fit his particular action figure personality for these characters to have these moments. But you know, it's also Robert Kirkman doing like Invincible style stuff. So again, a really brutal beheading at the end of this week in comics. Not a lot of heads stayed on bodies, or at least more of them came off than usual.
Babs takes like 6 off in the first 10 pages.
Really?
Yeah.
See, a lot of beheadings this week. That's all I've got to say. Not a lot to keep on top this week.
Oh, all right. Did you guys read the Wonder Woman Black and Gold 2026 special?
No, how
No.
was it?
Tell us
Any
about it.
great creators in there?
Well, yeah. And like a lot of anthologies, the last 2 stories, meh, who cares? But the first 2 stories, the second one was pretty good, written by Alyssa Wong. But the first story, the lead story, guys, by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
Yeah, that's the reason I picked it up. And illustrated by Mitch.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was just a fun story. There's villains in here. The first villain that shows up, I don't even know who it is, if it's a Tom King creation or if this guy's been around before, but it's cool.
Wow.
So
Well, that was really quick, Roman. I couldn't even get the text typed
By the time you were done.
by the time you were done. I read a book that I don't think we carry in our store, and I don't know that we will carry in our store. But I went to Portland, and I picked up a new Josh Simmons book. Josh Simmons writes and draws some of the most horrifically disgusting things, most disturbing things. He did Black River, which is end of the world, sad bummer. Yeah. He did some really funny and pretty gross like homeless porno pantsless Batman on the roof of Gotham City with lots of nudity and just weird stuff.
What a crazy combination of words you have just said.
I know, and it's true. It's just, I don't know that there's a better way to describe it. You have to order his stuff from England. I don't know if it's because the Batman stuff would get him sued otherwise, or if that's just where his publisher is. It's from the Mansion Press, but this is a Punisher riff, but 5 pages into the Punisher shooting people in the nuts and stuff. We just follow these characters. One of them goes to a cult and gets inculcated into the cult, and then we don't see the Punisher again until he's shooting people in the junk again later. It's pretty good, like good character work and also just really gross violence. So yeah,
wow.
I'll probably bring this one to the shop if I don't gift it to somebody, but good weird stuff. That's it. There were not many comics this week. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, there really weren't, but also maybe there were. I don't know. There was 3 different Mega Man books this week. You guys don't do it that way.
Yeah.
Good
thing our Mega Man fans came in all this week.
Right.
And don't come in the rest of the year.
Right. We get them just the one time. And they all
One
come
day.
in as a group. Yeah. Listen, it was a real pleasure having Will Elmer on the podcast this week. Thank you for joining us, Will. You can be like Will and have a guest seat on this podcast permanently by sending emails or voice memos as attached to emails to jeff@thecomicsplace.com. Next week, Django will be off. I do believe that we will be having the young and handsome Will Elmer fill his spot, so you don't have to worry. We'll still have a trio of boys who work hard. That's what You Come to the Comics Place presents for. 3 boys that work hard, that run a comic book shop. And you know, I'm already jonesing for next week's comic books. Have you looked at what they are, Django?
I have no idea what's coming out next week. Have you looked at them?
No, keep cleaning up for us.
You should come into the Comics Place and buy some comics. You should also like, subscribe, review, do all those things. Like, they take you a couple seconds, but they could increase our viewership and listenership by 1/100th of a person for each one of you that likes this stream. Do that, tell your friends, and send Jeff an email, jeff@thecomicsplace.com.
Yeah, I'd love if you did that. So we got like some DCKO one shots, Galactic Slam. We got like 10th printings of Absolute Batman. That's pretty crazy, everybody, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's big stuff. I'm going through Marvel. All right, this is bad radio. But
Bad
I'm really
radio.
excited. Really excited for next week's comics, everybody. Already.
Woo.
Thanks for bad radioing with us, everybody. I'm Django.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Roman.
Bad radio.
Bad radio.
Psylocke Ninja. Rogue #1. Well, Star Trek.